What it do? What it do? Man, welcome to KISU University. Keep it a stack university. Need you to get your pencil and paper out. I ain't talking about your regular pencil and paper, man. I'm talking about this holy water. What's going on with the homie, man? What's happening, family? My boy from Denmark. What's happening, man? Man, is that PS5 back up, man? I was going to get on, man. And they talking about that thing was down. I needed to get on some COD, man. Get it cracking, man. I should already play that shit like twice. Try to get that cracking. Okay. Sure, I might gotta get a little session. I might gotta get a little session in real quick after we do this content. But yeah, man. So Jesse Lee Peterson. You ain't played it a lot either. Shit, I had downloaded some other games too. So we're gonna see what's cracking with there too. I had downloaded some more games last time I was up on there. But we're gonna see what's cracking with that. But yeah, man, Jesse Lee Peterson. Hey man, some of the content that I'll be seeing with Jesse, man. Jesse be exposing some of these little hypocrites, especially up in this church, man. I had seen one little thing, but probably about a few days ago, where there was his pastor and his wife, man. They couldn't accept the fact that in the book it says, you feel me, of how the husband was was the head, and they try to go ahead and duck the smoke and do everything around other than admitting that the husband is the head. But these are supposed to be some Christians. But then the cold thing about it is she was supposed to be some pastor too. Cold game, man. Cold game. But we're gonna see what this is about. Oh, pastor walking off, so definitely something had to be going on, man. We're gonna get straight into this content, man, and see what's cracking.
Give me the shirt. Come on. I ain't the children of the light. Let's go. Come on. One shirt.
Jesse! What in the world going on out here?
All these people are here for the merch, but we're sold out.
They're here for the merch?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Funny looking nigga, ain't he?
It's amazing. The merch is amazing.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
The merch is amazing.
Subscribe now.
Boy, look like Alvin and the Chipmunk.
Welcome to the Father State. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Help us fight censorship by hitting the thumbs up button, and then don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. You can ring my bell. Ring the bell, all right? I have with me today Pastor Kurt D. Thomas. He's a senior pastor of the Renewed Church of Los Angeles.
Boy, look a little zesty too, don't he? A little zesty pastor, huh? Let's see what's cracking with this.
Am I right?
That is
Renewed Church of Los Angeles. Thank you for coming.
well, thank you for having me.
I absolutely appreciate it.
Uh-oh.
And so when you call,
Oh, man, don't tell me, man. This man, oh, no, man. Don't tell me this man shooting three-pointers and keeping his hand down, talking about swish. Oh, man, don't tell me. Come on.
all to be a pastor, or did you go to school for it?
Well, at the age of 9, I felt the presence of God over me. I grew up in a Pentecostal church.
Uh-huh.
At
So
9 years
I went
old,
through
you
that
felt the
entire
presence of
Pentecostal
God.
experience. And it wasn't until I matriculated through college that I decided to get a bachelor's degree in theology, or to study theology while I was at Stillman College.
Oh, I see. So God didn't call you. You just you decided to
Oh,
go
no.
to school for it.
No. I believe that I was called by God to do what I do.
Then why you just say that? You didn't say everything else, but sit over there and get to the point where she called or not.
Oh, you do.
Yes.
And why do you believe that?
Why do I believe that I was called? I know that I'm called to do what I do because because I have a passion and I have a desire to see people elevated from where they are to where they need to be.
Oh, okay. And
I mean, I have a passion for helping people grow and elevate too. Shit, that don't mean I was called by God to get a motherfucking news. What is this nigga talking about, G? There's a whole bunch of people that got a passion to help grow people and elevate people. Nigga, that don't mean that they was called by God, nigga, to sit over there and preach. The fuck niggas talking about?
And when you say where they are, do you believe that human beings are in a fallen state?
Oh, he's nasty Dylan. Oh.
Explain what you mean by that.
Fallen. You're a pastor. You should know.
Yeah, but explain what do you mean by a fallen state?
Do you know? Do you believe that human beings are in a fallen state? You know what fallen means, right?
A fallen state means that they've fallen from the grace of God. Is that what you're okay?
Right.
So I believe that that humans have fallen from a fallen state, but with the whole deal with reconciliation, I think that God reconciles us back to himself.
So you do agree then that human beings have fallen away from God, right?
That humans have fallen away from God according to Adam and all that, yes.
And then at some point, those who seek him will come back.
Those who seek him are that he's called back to them, yes, then they will.
Is it possible to overcome that fallen state?
It is possible to overcome that fallen state if we accept Christ back into our hearts.
Right. So how does one know when they're in a fallen state?
Well, a person will know that they're in a fallen state when they don't live a life that's acceptable. I believe that's really acceptable to themselves. So like a person that is a drug addict, or a person that is drinks too much liquor, a person that maybe not living their best life, or doing what they're called to do. I think that those people are the people that find themselves in a fallen state.
So when they're not living their life according to God, then they're in a fallen state.
If you're not living a life that is according to the principles of God, yes.
Then you're in a fallen state.
Then you're in a fallen state.
So if I read, and I don't know if it's true or not, I like to ask the person before I mention,
okay,
know if it's true or not. Are you a homosexual?
I am a same gender loving man.
So,
nigga, I knew there was something iffy about this nigga, man. Hold up, nigga. Hold up, man. I got a one take, Jay. Hold up. I'm about to. You telling me. You telling me that the Lord called somebody that swore fights? You telling me that the Lord called somebody that considers a hot dog 2 wieners instead of a wiener in a bun? You telling me the Lord called somebody that is fruitful but don't multiply? You telling me that the Lord Oh my God. Oh, I can't breathe, man. Oh my God. Oh, 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 oh. I can't breathe, man. Oh man. What is going on with this, G? This ain't right. This ain't right, G. Oh, 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 oh. You know, they talk about the hammer and the nail, man. So he talking about the hammer and the hammer. So he the big bad wolf blow. So you telling me when old boy says, let me see the mic, he ain't talking about the microphone?
Does that mean you're homosexual?
It means that I'm the same gender as a man.
But just from I'm black and slow.
Okay.
And just for the record, does that mean you're a homosexual?
I could be considered a homosexual.
Are you considered? I don't want to think of you if you're not.
I'm a homosexual.
You're a homosexual?
Yes.
And so you're a homosexual pastor?
I am a homosexual pastor, yes.
How long have you been a homosexual pastor?
I've been a pastor for 8 years, senior pastor, and then before that, prior to that, pastor. I was a youth pastor.
Oh, okay. Why do you think that God would call a person, a homosexual, to be a pastor, but not change him?
So I don't think that God majors where we minor. I think that what happens is I think that we put limitations on God that God doesn't have. For example, if you go to seminary or something like that, you find out that there's a thought process that God could possibly be a woman, or that God could be this, or that God could be that God can be whatever it is that you need him to be.
You believe that he can be a woman?
I believe that God can be whatever it is that you need him to be.
So can he be a homosexual too if you needed him to be one?
Well, honestly, I don't think that God, the Bible says that God is neither male nor female.
Right. So how can he be a woman then if he's not a female?
Well, I'm saying that. So there's a book that's by who's the book by? There's a book that is written. It's called
So Somebody's Thoughts.
But that's all right by the title. What about the book?
But in the book,
Man-Made Thoughts.
The principles of the book talk about God swaying himself to the spirit, and it's called The Shack by W.M. Paul Young. And so if you read that book, then you find out that
I'm not even gonna
God basically finds himself congruent to whatever state of mind a person is in. And so at one state, God.
So you got the mentality of a bitch. So so you telling me that God sit over there and made his mind congruent to your bitch assness? Man, come on, man. What's up with these motherfuckers, man? Man, come on, G.
God is a Jewish carpenter. At one state, God shows himself as a big black woman in the kitchen cooking.
Big black woman?
Big black woman
in the kitchen cooking.
And so you think God can be a big black woman?
I think that God can be whatever it is that you need God to be at that moment.
Do you think that God can be a homosexual too?
I don't. If God needs to be a homosexual, I think that he was, but I don't liken him to that. I don't liken the word. I don't liken God to be to be an isolated gender.
So you believe that God could be a woman, a big black woman,
God
a homosexual?
God could be whatever you need God to be.
And so does that person make God what they want him to be in their mind so they can accept being wrong? Or does God switch genders and all that kind of stuff?
I don't think that that we create God to be whatever we want God to be in our minds. I think that it's based on experiences. The experiences of that person.
Hey, I could tell this fool dress up like Shanae, man, when he get to the crib. Motherfucker out there dressing like Shanae, man.
allows God to to transform himself in whatever it is that person needs to be. For an example, if you've ever gone to Africa, or if you've ever gone to a part of the world where there's no westernized religions, where people they don't have an isolated form of who Jesus is or what he looks like, opposed to what you were talking about earlier.
Right.
We don't know what he looks like, and so since that, God becomes whatever it is that person's experience
Those
is
countries
allowed them
that
to
don't
be.
believe in God, they are S-hole countries, and they're all trying to come here now and bring their S-hole attitudes.
Their S-hole? What is that?
Huh?
What is that?
What is S-hole country? It's an S-H-I-T hole.
Oh, you're saying that they're S-hole countries.
Right, because those people don't believe in God.
I wouldn't say that they don't believe in God. I would say
they don't believe in the real God. They have their own made-up God based on their imagination, right?
I wouldn't say that. I would say that we experience God on the level that we know God. So if you have somebody that is an Indian and they've never had anyone explain to them the ideology of God that is created here in Western culture, then I think that
what is Western culture?
Western culture is where we are now. It's what we operate in a canonized version of the Bible, in which we accept as the authentic truth of
But Western culture is the best culture, right?
I wouldn't say that.
Then why everybody trying to come here? If we're not the best, if Western culture is not the best culture, why everybody trying to come to what's not the best culture?
Is everybody trying to come here?
Everybody and their mama. Have you know that we can't even keep the illegals out?
I wouldn't say that everybody's trying to come here, but I would say that there are people that are trying
from all over the world
to come here from all over the world.
Right.
Yeah.
And so if we are not the best country, why are they trying to come here? Why don't they go to the best country?
We can consider ourselves to be the best country,
but we are the best.
And
that's because of Western culture.
Well, I wouldn't use the word best. Maybe I would use the word we're probably a country where people are allowed to be free and be themselves.
So we're the best.
If you say best, then I'll go with that.
So I want to go back. You say God is a black woman.
I didn't say God was a black woman. I used the book as an analogy
that God was a black woman,
to show us that God could be whatever it is that we need God to be.
Amazing. Do you believe that book?
I believe that God could be whatever it is that we want God to be.
Really?
Yes.
And so you've been a homosexual all your life, you said earlier, right?
At the age of 9.
Damn, what kind of experience was this fool experiencing? God, at 9? Damn, that boy done been through some things, boy. Damn.
I knew that I liked the same sex. Yes.
How did you become that way?
I didn't become that way. I knew that was my innate nature to like men.
And so how did your nature go from a natural nature of being a man or male to an unnatural nature of becoming a woman? How did that happen?
So, you said the unnatural nature of me becoming a woman?
Yeah, you were born a natural male, right?
You're born a natural male.
Right. You were, right?
I am a male currently sitting here in front of you.
But how did you go from being a natural male to an unnatural woman?
Who's an unnatural woman?
But isn't homosexuality is like being a female feelings?
No.
What is it?
No.
What is it exactly?
Being gay is being gay, being a homosexual, whatever term that a person wants to use to identify themselves. It's an innate state of being. It means that this is who that person is. I'm not a woman, I'm a man sitting here in front of you having a conversation. I have a penis, just like you have.
Well, you do have the male parts, but now they're cutting that off too. Did you hear about that? We'll get to that. But do you feel inwardly, do you feel like a male or you feel like a female?
I am a male sitting here in front of you.
No, but what do you feel like?
I feel like a male. And
inside?
I am a male sitting here in front of you.
I realize that, but inside, do you feel like a man or you feel like a woman?
I am a male sitting here in front of you. So that answers your
That's
question.
not what he
right?
asked you.
I
No.
know,
I don't feel like anything because I am a male.
You don't feel like neither male nor woman.
You know what he asked
I
you.
am a male sitting here in front of you.
I realize that, but what makes you think you're a homosexual then? If there's not a
What makes
feeling on
me-
the side, why do you think you're a homosexual?
Homosexuality
Look
is
at his
not a
face.
feeling; it's a state of being. It's who the person innately is. It has nothing to do with. It has nothing to do with creating a feeling that you're talking about. It's an innate. It's the innate nature of who that person is. I innately am who I am. Me being gay or homosexual has nothing to do for me with being a man. It has everything to do with my preference and who I choose to sleep with.
What does the word innately mean?
that goes
What does that
against what
mean?
we're
I'm
talking
black
about.
and slow. I don't know what that means.
The word innate,
Uh-huh.
the word innate means that it is that I'm not changing or I'm not becoming something else. I am who I am.
Just before we started the show, you said that you introduced your. Is he your husband or your wife? Is that your husband? He gonna be your husband or your wife?
I'm gonna end this interview.
Why?
Because we're ending this right now.
Why you want to end?
We're ending it.
Well,
Check
wait,
this
come
out.
out.
Take this off. When you want to have a real conversation,
I'm
call
having-
me.
I'm-
No, you're bullshitting me,
Come
and
back.
I'm not gonna.
Oh, look how he sounded now, man. That shit sound a little different now, man. Hold on, we gotta rewind that.
Because we're ending this right now.
Why you want to end?
We're ending it.
Well,
Take
wait,
this
come
off.
back.
Take this
Hold on,
off.
hold on.
The word innate.
Uh-huh.
The word innate means that
Natural.
is that I'm not changing or I'm not becoming something else. I am who
Natural.
I am.
Just before we started the show, you said that you introduced your. Is he your husband or your wife? Is that your husband? He gonna be your husband or your wife?
I'm gonna end this interview.
Why?
Because we're ending this right now.
Why you want to end?
We're ending it.
Well,
Take
wait,
this
come
off.
back.
Take this off. When you want to have a real conversation,
I'm
call
having-
me.
I'm-
No, you're bullshitting me,
Come
and
back.
I'm not gonna be a part of that. Come take this off of me, or I'm gonna take it with me.
But why are you running?
Come take this off of me, or I'm gonna take it with me. Please take it off of me.
Really,
Because
come take it
you're
off.
disrespecting me.
But no, I'm
So-
asking you really.
Disrespecting.
Please take it off.
Am
or
I
I'm gonna
asking
take
him
it
really
with
You
me.
serious
disrespecting Christians who actually sitting over there, real Christians. What
It's
you
okay.
mean? And you a pastor?
No.
Who let your motherfucking ass sit over there and appointed you pastor? Like, come on. So when niggas sit over there, got to put out the first lady, nigga, you gonna put at your man? What kind of shit is this, nigga? My nigga, nigga, I don't go fuck with none of these niggas say, bro. Bro, the Bible don't talk about that shit, man. And this
No,
motherfucker.
that's not what we're
Okay,
doing.
so
Just take it off.
yeah.
But
Is
tell me
it-
why
is
you
it
running.
down?
I'm not running, sir, but when you want to have a real conversation, you have my information. You
But
can
you
call
said
me.
that you're gonna.
When you want to have a real conversation,
You said
when
that
you
Why
want
you
to have a
sound
real
like that?
You
conversation,
said you're gonna
can call
marry
me.
this guy.
When you want to have, he's a guy. You're calling him a female. You're being
I
disrespectful.
asked if you gonna call him husband or wife. Come back. Do you want to be interviewed? Oh. Amazing. Well, they gone. That's amazing. They gone. They walked away. So the deal is that was Pastor Kurt D. Thomas. And Kurt D. Thomas is a senior pastor of the Renewed Church of Los Angeles. And he is a admitted homosexual pastor. And what he does is he works with men. They host a monthly men's group, they say.
So how he gonna work with men? So how could he sit over there and try to relate or do anything with the men? So they like pussy and you doing what you doing, and then like how is that supposed to work? Like how, like how, like how, I'm just trying to figure out how that shit work. When y'all live in two different lifestyles and y'all really believe two different things, how is that going to work? I don't get it.
So I wanted to know about all that, but just before we started the show, he introduced this other male, black male, that he said that they're going to get married soon. And I know that these people are doing that and they're calling it marriage. So I want to just kind of lay out that first. I had no idea that he was going to run, because if they are proud of being what they are and they say that it's normal, you would think that they would want to talk about it. But apparently not. And so I don't know what's going to happen, but he's gone. There's no use in praying for him anymore. He's gone. I wanted to ask him about the Great White Hope, Donald Trump. I wanted to ask, how does this work? If we are in a fallen state, we should overcome. I had a lot of questions. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. That was a short one. Help us fight censorship by hitting the thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell.
That's crazy, man. Hold up, let me see something. Hold up, let me see if I can find this other one, man. Cause that shit, man. Man, these niggas down bad, bro. I want to find that. Hold up, where that shit at, man? Let me see. These niggas down bad, G. Oh, that's a good topic right there. We're gonna say that one for another time, though, man. Hey, man. These niggas is false, G. Like, my thing is, who your congregation? And you say you helping the man out. How? How, Sway? How are you doing that? I think you're trying to be honest with you, I think you're trying to convince men to go another way. I think that's some bullshit. Because there's no way that you said that you lived that, and then you had the nerve to say that you was called. That's bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? And then motherfuckers want flack for, like, regardless if you disagree with a lifestyle or agree with a lifestyle, man, like, at the end of the day, you can't be playing with other people's lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? That they really take this shit serious, my nigga. Whether a motherfucker want to believe in as a Buddhist, Muslim, Christian, shit, a game banger, at the end of the day, man, like, if they taking it, quit playing with people's lifestyle, man. And that motherfucker came up in there playing. And the people who follow him is playing too. They ain't about shit either. You do what? Man, hold up, man. Hold up, G. Hold up. Hold up, we gotta do this. Hold up. Oh my God, man. These black people get up on this boy show acting up. Hold up. I ain't never seen this. Hold up. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Look, I gotta go down and look. And they say they say, what's his name? Man, I don't know, so I ain't gonna say that is definitive, but they said that cussing pastor was out there sucking on some dildo, my nigga. Oh man.
In your book, you say the end of love. The end of love. Wait, I just went down. I want to quote it right. Oh, your book. The end of love, racism, sexism, and the death of romance.
Yes.
You argue that it is harder for a black woman to find a long-term relationship. And why do you think that is? Because it is. Why do you think that is?
The problem is that so many men are expecting a woman who is slim, white, and pliant. So they want
What?
a woman who is fair-skinned with straight hair and a slender physique and is going to do what they say. Now, as you might imagine, after the many feminist movements that we have had in this world, and especially in the West, women aren't mostly up to that. We, for those of us who are looking for a man, want someone who's going to be a partner, someone who's going to be a companion and equal.
Oh.
But
But
unfortunately,
we're
that's
not.
not the view that many men have.
Because we're not. And regardless of what walk of life, that's you better see all this little bullshit, man. Man, you females gonna have to get the fucking order, man. You gonna have to get y'all minds right, man. Cause then now we got this seat, man. Damn, man. Two black motherfuckers, man, on this bullshit, man. Now you got the motherfucking the fruity pastor, and now you got this motherfucker who feels that they're equal to men. That that when it come down to it's like y'all got to be careful what you ask for, because when you ask for equality, then you got to understand, like, that shit come with that shit come with certain shit. Like if a motherfucker be like if the funk really jumped down, right? And I got this equal female rocking with me, right? She won't be equal. I'm about to be like, well, shit, babe, you got us? You go get down? But naturally, she gonna look at like, nigga, you didn't handle your business. You couldn't protect me. You know what I'm saying? Naturally, nigga, we gonna want to go ahead and get down and get to solving the issue. But if you want equality, then I need you to go ahead and get down and handle this business. You feel me? And regardless, but they can't. But mentally, in regards to the roles that a man takes on in dealing with a woman, man, a woman ain't built for that. They're not. I mean, let's look into the video, boy, because I'll fuck around and be talking for 2 hours and we ain't even looked at 1 minute of the video. Let's get into the video.
So that's what you mean by the end of love?
Well, partially what I'm talking about in the book is the reality that romantic relationships, people used to call them love, but love and romance are not the same. But romantic relationships that people used to expect would happen to everyone if you were just attractive enough as a woman, if you had enough money as a man, well, then, you get your taco as a woman and a man's wallet, and they're compatible and you're going to be together forever. More people are either not finding romantic partnerships when they want them, or getting into them, such as I have done, and then realizing, oh, I don't want that. No, let me get out of that. So at the current time, according to a couple of different studies that I've seen, 52% of adult women are single. That makes us the majority. Some of us are choosing singlehood, like myself, but others, they want to have a man, but they don't want to follow the old traditional rules to get one.
But if they don't, they're never going to get a man.
There it is. You either are a trad wife or you're not a wife for a lot of men. Not every single one.
So,
Bullshit.
but the real reason.
Bullshit, man. Bullshit. That's bullshit. You can sit over there and you can give a small sample size of, let's just say, 500 different relationships. And I can assure you that there's going to be 500 different dynamics. So you motherfuckers be sitting over there thinking like this traditional, like when a motherfucker say traditional, explain what's traditional to you. Because you got men tolerating that you bitches can't cook. You bitches lazy as fuck. You half-ass doing shit. Your mentality ain't right. Your mouth is bad. You're quarrelsome. Your pussy stink. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you got motherfuckers that still love your lazy ass. And you done went from a size 4 to a size 68. And that motherfucker still loving on your motherfucking ass. But you talk about tradition now? Well, if you talking about tradition now, then y'all shit, man. I remember, man, I was just at this motherfucking gym this morning, man, looking at all the OG black ones, because that's all I seen this morning. Because the OGs popping out in the morning. The OG black woman, man, in shape, fit, Gotta be 50, 60, even 70 up in there, staying in shape. I go to that gym multiple times. I've been to multiple gyms in different states, man. I done been to multiple places in different states. Nigga done even been out the country. And what I see is always, even though it's different cultures, different things, in regards to, you know what I'm saying, how it is now and how it's much different. Much different. You see, like, motherfuckers don't understand what they saying. Like, when they talk about traditional, right, they talk about the homemakers. A lot of you bitches is home breakers. So that ain't nothing traditional. Men dealing with that shit. They got to go ahead and teach you something that you really should already have set in stone for when you grow up. They got to teach you to be a homemaker because you are wired to be home breakers. See, what you're not understanding is that your great grandmama was working too. Then they went to a position where eventually they went on ahead, took care of the kids, man, and and was homemakers. But for you to say that grandmama didn't put in no work, didn't work, you's a motherfucking lie. Like, y'all ain't sewing, y'all ain't making jackets, y'all ain't making homemade meals from scratches of 3 days in a row. Y'all not doing that shit. Y'all out here making motherfucking noodles and shit. Talking about tradition now. Oh, look, this bitch like she can cook. Fuck no, she don't, man. She just run her motherfucking mouth. Bro, the times, we all modern, my nigga. We all modern. We all adjust to the times. You got to adjust to the times. And I believe that a lot of men has adjusted to the times, my G. The times is, hey, there's some dynamics that, hey, they can't afford for one to stay home. They both got to put in the work. So they have to adjust. But in all reality, you bitches be lazy and don't want to put in the work. You feel me? See, like, what do you want? You bitches be acting like I want sponsors, but don't want to put the work in what it takes to go ahead, you feel me, for you to stay home. But then you want this independence. You just won't shit your way. Everything come with a cost. Even if you was a so-called stay-at-home wife / stay-at-home mom. That shit come with a cost. What you gonna do is be sitting your motherfucking ass down watching TV? No, you got some work to put in. In all reality, shit, and that type of shit, that shit comes with a lot more work than what you probably do at some motherfucking job. That responsibility in regards to taking care of the household, taking care of your man, taking care of the kids, shit, that's a whole lot more difficult than you being at some motherfucking job. But see, you got this female, right, who'd have been hurt. A motherfucking dude that told her ain't nobody dealing with your shit. They probably told her, fuck you. Ain't dealing with your motherfucking ass. And now she's spewing this bullshit about this equality shit. Look, I'm gonna tell you something, my nigga. I done dealt with a whole lot of women. I done been around a whole lot of women. And I ain't found not one woman that was equal to me, nigga. At all. None. Not one. Equal to me. Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell you, I'm not saying that the woman don't got no value and that the woman don't have her place. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all already know I'm pro man and woman for being together. But at the same time, we're not gonna sit over there and just act like you motherfuckers is equal to a man, because you're not. You're not. Biologically, mentally, you name it. Spiritually, in regards of what walk of life, you're not equal, my G. You're not. So stop fighting for something, because at the end of the day, because y'all motherfuckers, if shit was sweet, you motherfuckers will sit over there and wanted to be the hunters and want to go. Man, shit ain't sweet. Motherfuckers always want some sweet shit, but don't want to go ahead and put in the work for shit to be sweet. And I ain't talking about sweet like that sweet ass nigga that we like we just sit over there reacting to. Motherfuckers always want a situation that's sweet. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, all I just see when motherfuckers talk like that, you just lazy as fuck, man. That's all. That's why I agree. Because when they say shit like that, they always talking about they claim this independent shit, but they want to move in the selfish. Oh, this my shit. You take care of everything, and I still have mine. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just moving the self. I've been peeping that shit, and it ain't just the internet shit either. I peeped that shit in a real life. I remember a while back I was talking to this Beezy. She claimed that she pretty much, you know what I'm saying, wanted a situation where the man sit over there bring in all the pesos, and she wanted to be able to take care of the home. I said, are you willing to put in that work to be able to achieve that in the early stages? She claimed yeah, but her actions showed no. So, see, motherfuckers always want something but don't know what it takes to get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a pro football player. All these young kids want to be pro ball players, but don't understand the work and the dedication that it takes to be able to achieve that. It's the same shit in regards to your the stupid ass independence and the stupid ass equality that you ask for, and whatever role you asking for. You want a motherfucker to be, but you're not understanding what it takes to go ahead and be in that position. You got unrealistic expectations for somebody else, but you do the bare minimum, if even that, for your motherfucking self. Get the fuck out of here.
And that black women don't have long-term relationship unless they get with a white man, and because black women, especially the educated ones, they're like nasty. You know, they think they're equal to the man. They if they have an education, they think they're smarter than the man.
Facts.
They think they don't need a man. They have nasty attitudes.
That was smarter than me.
Okay, I agree with two of those four things. You said we think we're equal to men.
Yeah.
And that
also they don't want. I noticed that educated women of all races, but especially black women, they don't make for good wives and mother to men children.
That is made for.
That's why I tell men they shouldn't marry an educated woman, because she would never make for a good wife and a good mother to his children.
Now, that doesn't make any sense. Now, first of all, it's quite clear that I'm not nasty. And I'm pretty well educated. But
yes, you
I bet
are.
you're different when the men are dealing with you.
Well, I'm dealing with a man right now.
I know, but you are nice now.
You must be a punk bitch.
Oh, we were dating or married, you'd be held to pay.
You know, we're dealing in counterfactuals. Okay, let's focus on the things that are really going on.
Okay.
So, no, in reality,
you can just look at her talk. Nobody won't deal with her. And that motherfucker, you dealing with a punk bitch that you probably can control. You don't really respect that. There's no woman. I've never ever met a woman, and regardless of that bullshit, because like I told you, I don't give a fuck about what she say. I give a fuck about what she do. Like I don't like a motherfucker. Like look. Let me tell you something, my nigga. Let me tell you something about these beezies, my nigga. A bitch can sit over there and tell you she want a motherfucker 5'9" and taller, but you come in that bitch 5'6", you feel me? Flying confident. And you'll catch her motherfucking eye. But normally, I like a motherfucker that's tall. But yeah, you different. Yeah, I know I'm different. And look at you accepted. You know how many motherfuckers in the past that told me that they ain't want to fuck with no dude that had children, and now look, like you so me myself. When motherfuckers say that I can't or say it's impossible, I know for a fact it's possible. It's just impossible for you because you ain't got the mindset to achieve it, nigga. And there ain't not one beezy. See, don't get intimidated by these beezies, nigga, because at the end of the day, if you really, really wanted her, you can get her, my nigga. If you really, really wanted her. But I know that the majority of y'all that come across these beezies don't really want her. You know what I'm saying? It just you like the idea. Okay, she probably cute, fat ass or something. You know what I'm saying? It has something that you like, but at the end of the day, you really didn't want her, my nigga. So it just was what it was. You just got steamed because you might have got rejected and you didn't like that feeling of rejection. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You get to talking to another BZ, you don't even remember what the fuck happened. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You probably don't. I bet you probably what? Y'all don't remember every time y'all been rejected. Y'all don't remember because I sure don't fucking remember. I don't even remember all the BZs that I even dealt with in the past, my nigga, let alone been rejected by. So so like nigga, when we get this shit, cause I remember the homie talking about, yeah, you remember you used to fuck. Oh, I did? Like, damn, I don't even remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't remember that shit. Like, because I'm gonna remember shit that you done had a certain type of impact, whether it was good or bad. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these bitches are not impactful. You know what I'm saying? And dealing with a BZ like this, I'm gonna tell you something, my nigga. I'm gonna tell. I know her type. I know her type. You just gotta shut her down. You confident? You on your shit? I'm not talking about being on your shit like being some rich ass dude. You confident on your shit? Ain't taking no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Understand or what you want. Nigga, she gonna get in line. She just hurt, my nigga. Bitches that talk like this is hurt. It ain't nothing against you. They just been hurt. But their issue comes when they trying to go ahead and use they hurt from the past and fuck up their future because they don't know how to go ahead and separate the old from the new. Cause this ain't 2K2, nigga. What you gonna do? It's 2K3 and it's almost over. Let me see, July, August, September, October. Yep. You know.
A lot of women are single because men are looking for simplicity, and they're especially looking for women who are considered attractive enough in a white visual economy. I call these women sufficiently white. Oh, what's their body size like? Oh, okay, what's the hair like? Oh, how much money do they have? Don't get it twisted. There are plenty of men, and I've encountered multiple men like this who are looking for successful women so they could take it easy. Right. So we're dealing with a number of confusing problems, not the least of which is that women do have high standards, and women who want male partners want to find an equal. But unfortunately, a lot of men are looking for a woman who is subordinate.
But it's normal for a man to look for a wife that will obey him, that
Facts.
would not be trying to go to work, but would stay home and raise his children, watch over his children, keep the house clean, and stay barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen.
That's a trad wife.
That's why.
I think you're right.
And then when she and then to go back right to her comment of being subordinate, what like the only thing that y'all go off of is money. And like I always tell you, your money don't mean shit. Your money just mean if I say for instance, if I was a $5,000 a year making ass motherfucker, and you made 100,000, guess what? I'm a $105,000 making motherfucker now. Like I don't see that shit as a threat. I see that shit as a resources. Y'all gotta stop looking at these busy. Okay, you make more money, cool. Now shit, nigga, come help a nigga out now. You know what I'm saying? Now watch how I turn that 105 into 400,000 now, and then watch how I turn that 400,000 into 750. And then watch how I turn that 750 into $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Watch how I boost that shit up. So you motherfuckers always want to look at a motherfucker in competition and shit. We not in no competition. Either you gonna help me get it, or you gonna go home and get the fuck up out of here, man. Go on with it or help me get it. That's what y'all need to be telling the bitch. Go on with it or help me get it. That's it. That's it. And any BZ that really like you ain't gonna give a fuck about what you make. She gonna go ahead and try to add, okay, so how can I help him? My nigga, there's been a time where I only had $20 in my account one time, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Did you think that you feel me? A motherfucker didn't like me because I only had $20 in my account? Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? So like when we get to this, like y'all, you gotta untrain your thinking about what the society thinks what a man is, and like and what these BZs think a man is, my nigga. Because at the end of the day, there's gonna come a time in life where ain't none of that money shit gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? And it comes down to how a man gonna get down and how he gonna lead the situation and what matter. There's a whole bunch of things in life that can damage you, that can impact you financially if you ain't got the sense to go ahead and go about it in the correct way. That's what these motherfucking females don't get. See, like a lot of you females, y'all sit over there, my nigga, and you'll make 6 figures, 105,000, 104,000, but your bills will be 107,000. So if you don't know how to keep it, you don't know how to grow it, you don't know how to protect it, then you acting like you bragging, because a lot of you beasties don't even really be financially literate, my nigga. So we could talk about that shit too. So if you're dealing with a man that's financially literate but ain't got the sources right now, but he's financially literate, you understand me? And you coming in with the bacon, and then he used his literacy, you feel me, to go ahead and come on, my nigga. How you don't want to deal with no shit like that? See, a lot of y'all be missing out on some motherfucking blessings with that stupid ass mentality that y'all got. Like, that mentality is fucking stupid. This mentality that this broad got is fucking stupid, man. Everybody a lot of motherfuckers, man, that's doing well in life, like when you look at the mentality of these business, my nigga, right? Now, like, look at the majority of motherfuckers who got paper. They got somebody. And regardless of what dynamic they got somebody. And they understand. Like, I remember I was talking to this this white woman one time, man, right? And she was bringing a presentation, you understand me, because she was some big realtor out there down south and shit. So she was presenting, I was listening to her, you know what I'm saying, right? She had the bread. I mean, when I tell you, like she has some money on her, you know what I'm saying, right? Developing, she has some money on her. She had but guess what though? Her husband came in less, but he came in and he was good with numbers though. But he ain't really had shit. They built us something. Now them motherfuckers came through, presented that shit. He good with the numbers. She making the groundwork. He making the numbers work. She out there in the field getting properties and yada yada, doing what they do, getting commercial, all that shit. They bringing that shit together. Them motherfucking fat ass pockets, fat pockets. But you got a bitch like this who'll sit over there and tell you, and her whole mission is to find a man that she could try to make submit. But ain't no real motherfucking man gonna deal with that shit or submit to no bitch. That's what you motherfuckers gonna have to understand. And it's all, you know what I'm saying? And y'all gonna have to get y'all shit right, man, when y'all think about this shit, because you ain't thinking about the bigger picture. You want to talk about how these niggas ain't shit and all this other extra shit, but you ain't thinking about the bigger picture at the fucking end. At the end of the day, you could tell, my nigga, she ain't shit. Probably, and the cold thing about it is, either she got a punk bitch or she got one of them niggas, my nigga, who just sitting over there blowing the bitch back out. You feel me? And going about it like it is. You know what I'm saying? She really ain't believing what she's saying that she believe. I know she don't. Look at her, my nigga. She don't believe in that. She don't, my G. That's why I tell you, quit listening to the Beezies, my nigga, about what they talk. I don't give a fuck about what no Beezies say, nigga. I know how I want my life, and I know how I want to live my life. Either you with it or you ain't.
It is normal, and in the sense that it's historically been typical,
and that's
but it's not helpful.
It
worked for the men.
It worked for the men and the women in the good old days, but now it's not working for either the man or the woman. Because the man can't find a woman that is a common sense woman anymore.
Well, I think instead of having common sense, women want to have dignity and respect. Hence feminism.
That's a mess, though.
No, feminism has given us a sense of who we are and what we can achieve in the world.
The women now, feminism has caused women to be old and lonely and lost.
I don't think feminism is causing women to age specifically.
Meaning that they're getting old with no husband, no children, and they regret it. They don't have a little career. And so once that ego fulfillment is not working, they realize I should have gotten married. I should have had children, but it's too late because a man don't want an old woman.
That's not about love at all. Well, you know, it's interesting because I think a growing number of women are realizing that we can either be trad wives, as you've articulated, or we could be single and happy and partying it up with our friends. So I meet a lot of married women who look at my life and wish they could have what I have, you know, to be successful, to be on TV, doing various things, and really to be cultivating the kind of community that I want to have for myself.
But that's not life. That's
What
just
you want?
a false imitation of life.
How's it
The
not life?
TV thing and the party thing and the degree thing are going to fade away, and then you're going to be lonely.
You know,
Reality is going to set in, and you're going to think, what happened? Because all that stuff is not fulfilling you.
oh, it
It's
is.
just giving you an ego gratification, but it does nothing for the real you.
Well, I was talking
That's
about
why
my
when you're
spirituality.
alone, you feel lonely.
No, I
because
have
the
my
man is not
spirituality.
around.
I have my community of women and fellow practitioners. Not all of them are women, but many of them are. So I have a group of people, not to mention my biological family, who love me and support me, who I see regularly. And that's what we need in our lives. We don't have to have a marriage to be happy. In fact, one of my friends, her mother was married for nearly 50 years and they got separated. And when my friend talked to her mom about it, she said, you know, you can feel really lonely in a marriage.
Right. The man and the woman feel alone because even with the marriage, it doesn't fulfill the soul of the person.
Oh God.
It's
That
just
happens a
two
lot.
people come together to make babies to raise a family. But the real love comes from God, of course, but it doesn't fulfill. But to be a woman and to get old and don't have that is hard for the
I
woman.
think a lot of people want to scare women with that. They want to be like, you're going to be old one day and no man's going to
No, I'm
want you.
hearing it from women
Well,
all the
you
time.
are.
Let me tell you something. I went to the Anita Baker concert, you know, when she was like, I'm retiring, and then she didn't retire because she got.
Right.
But anyways,
Anita
it was
Baker
amazing, this
apologized.
concert. And Stevie Wonder showed up. Like a surprise guest, Stevie Wonder just got on the stage. I don't know if I'm about to get in trouble for what I'm about to say. But anyway, let me tell you how Stevie Wonder was trying to holler at Anita Baker. I mean, the way, like just the interactions between them. I'm not sure how old Anita Baker is, but I think that she's over 70. You know, she's at least in her mid 60s.
So she's still alive?
Anita Baker is an amazing songstress, and
No, I know
everyone
she
still
can
shows
sing.
up for
She
her.
perform well.
Yeah,
I didn't
but-
know she was still alive though.
But the point that I'm making is that I've waited for the age where men stop looking at me. I mean, it's like, it doesn't even matter what I'm wearing. If I'm somewhere, men see me, they think, oh, maybe this is my shot. This is what a lot of women endure. So I don't think that the question of aging out of men's interests is really a real one.
Well, men, when they're looking at you, they're not
She's
thinking.
not educated at all.
They probably think you're pretty, I guess, but they're also thinking, I want her for sex.
Yeah.
They're not thinking they want to marry you or anything.
And that's the problem a lot of Black women experience.
How do you feel about that?
That's a problem for me personally. I mean, unless I'm also sexually interested in that person, which doesn't happen
Look
a lot.
at your mentality.
But overwhelmingly, Black women are not viewed as being worthy of sexual relationships, long-term sexual.
Well, look at the mentality. Look at your mentality. They just like, shit, I'm gonna just beat that pussy up and hear you talk. Oh yeah, we good. I'm just gonna beat that pussy up, man. What? Look at your mentality. They understand the mentality. Look at you. Your mentality sucks. If your mentality was better, shit would change. But your mentality sucks.
Partnerships. Usually when people are looking for a long-term romantic partnership, they're looking for someone who is sufficiently white. And all of the data show this.
Right, it is, but because they can't find a Black woman that they know that
bitch damn near look like that BZ that Clarissa Shields beat up a couple weeks ago.
they can be one with, they can have a family with. They're not gonna have to fight with her all the time and blah blah blah. So they look outside of the Black race because they're looking for a woman that won't be trying to be equal to the man and won't be all nasty, and you know how Black women are.
I mean, I know how stereotypes about Black women are. And
but
I know
how
that
they
white
too.
guys are the ones who invented those.
What?
White people have invented the stereotype of Black women being
But
sapphires,
we can
angry,
see it
screaming.
for ourselves.
Right, come on.
You mean to tell me you've never seen an angry white woman?
No, I'm not saying I've never seen it, but I'm saying that
majority
of Black women are angry and out of control. And so Black men
There's no data on that. You made that up.
I don't need data on it. I see it by myself. Common sense shows it to me, right?
No, you cannot.
And I hear other men say that too.
No
they
data.
don't want
You
a
need
Black
data for
woman
that?
because they don't want to deal with the attitude. So how do you feel with professional Black men, basketball players and governors or whatever, they end up marrying non-black women. What do you think about that?
I think that in many instances, what they're trying to do is move up the status hierarchy. You know, it's so easy these days for people to pretend like every relationship is about love. Most relationships are not about love, at least these ones that are supposed to be
The
through
foundation
the
shouldn't
romantic circuit.
even be about no.
They're often
motherfucking
about
love.
status.
But black women have money now because they got this false education thing. So why would they marry a black woman
A
for the
relationship should never
status?
be
She
the
got the same
foundation
money
be about no
or even
motherfucking
more
love,
money
man.
than the white woman. Why would they marry a black woman with money for status?
Status isn't just about money. It's about access. So you can be a wealthy black woman, but you can still be in places where white people won't want you there.
Like
Whereas
what?
if you are a black man with a white woman, you might find that it's a little bit easier to move through the world. You might find a little bit more social fluidity. That's what many of them are after. And the money doesn't hurt too, because they often have more money.
But that doesn't exist. That's not true
Yeah.
about the access thing.
Oh, yeah. It's absolutely true.
I want to ask you about body fat.
Uh-oh.
You write a book about that too in your book.
Sort of. It's about fat phobia.
Yeah, fat phobia. Yeah.
Who
You
the fuck
write,
is scared of
it
fat?
sound or seem, and I may be wrong, that you're blaming white people that black women are fat.
Are you serious?
You said it had slavery and that in the
Oh my
slavery
gosh, she one of these
days.
hoes.
What is happening?
You said during slavery, the white people, and correct me if I'm calling you wrong, of course, because I don't have it in front of me right now. You said something like the white people made the black women fat.
No, I didn't say
Or
that.
the white women, the black women were already fat, and the white woman was not fat.
No, I didn't say that either.
And so they made the
Okay, well,
white
explain.
skinny
say?
look beautiful, and fat black women look bad.
That's not what happened at all.
Explain.
What are you saying with that?
What I'm actually saying is that race scientists were trying to identify ways to keep race going because skin color was no longer a very good proxy, right? There was all of this sex happening between supposedly black and supposedly white populations, creating all of these light-skinned people. And so they said, okay, we need to build up our racial scientific ideas. It's not just about skin color, it's other stuff too. Yeah, it's about how much they eat. Black people are greedy and they tend to be fat. And we don't want ourselves to be like that because we're good, restrained, white Christians, right? So that was really the genesis of the idea. Because for a very long time, as we can see in Renaissance art, there were plenty of voluptuous, fat, curvaceous, fleshy white women who were deemed the epitome of beauty. You look at the work of Peter Paul Rubens or Titian or Michelangelo. I mean, there's so many different artists who were drawing fleshy, beautiful white women.
You can see that now if you go down to Alabama.
Okay, they're still drawing them.
You're going to see some fat white women down there too. They had a smorgasbord.
Stop it.
And so you're going to see fat white women and fat black women go up to that smorgasbord line 8 times.
And all of them are worthy of
big as a
respect,
house.
no matter what their size.
They
That's
black
the
and
main
white
point.
though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fine. Yeah.
So fat black women didn't come from white people.
No, fat black women have always existed, and
Right.
fat black women will always exist.
It's funny too. When I read that, I reflected, and when I was growing up before the civil rights movement again,
That's hella funny.
I don't ever remember seeing fat black women, either old or young. And as a matter of fact, all of my girls, the girls I dated, they had amazing body, little tiny waistline, thin. And
What's this have to do with their character?
no, I'm just saying that
That has a
slavery,
lot to do
white
with their
people didn't make
character,
fat black
actually.
women.
No.
Because in the good old days when
Especially
blacks
if
was in
they're
charge
for
of their
medical
own
reasons.
life, they knew that fat was a health issue. You
No.
know, and that's why they lived longer too, because they didn't get fat. One of the reasons, right? Because they knew that fat can cause high blood
There
pressure.
was a lot more in shape black women back in the day. A lot more. There was always fat from all races, always, even some of the older. But there was a lot more in shape black women. I remember, man, I was out there like when you look at the old music videos, man, you see them in shape black women, man. I was out there watching the Wiz and shit. Get on down the road, man. Shit, man, they was walking down that yellow brick road, Diana thin than a motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a lot more in shape, decent size black women. You ain't got to be the thinnest of the thin, but there were a lot more in shape women that actually cared. Even if they didn't work out, they cared about what they put in their mouth or the portions. Now motherfuckers just going to KFC for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And shit, if they want a snack, they gonna go back and get one of them church's chicken apple pies. Motherfuckers don't give no motherfucker. They don't give a damn no more. Now they tell you that they thick, curvaceous. Now you feel me? If they get to a certain size, they gonna want accommodations, man. And they gonna still want to hop in your car if they order an Uber, even if they bigger than the car. Cocaine.
Pressure, it could cause other disease. And so even without being told by some white man, they took care of themselves. So I don't even remember seeing fat black women until I went to the city, up to Indiana and Chicago and those places. And that's when those women were fat up there.
Yeah, I mean, you could be any size and be healthy. Being thin doesn't make you
fat
healthy.
is not healthy.
No,
You can absolutely
That's
be a
why
fat,
those women
healthy person.
live long, because they were not fat.
Are you trying to suggest that the life expectancy of black women is decreasing since you were born? Because I feel like that's not true.
Yeah, and those fat ones.
I know it's true.
There's no evidence of that.
They have, yes, they do. They have high blood pressure.
No.
They have heart attacks.
What are you talking
They can't
about?
walk as fast.
So now,
and they stay hungry.
A lot of this is based on folk.
Can you be thin and unhealthy? Yes. But are you telling me that you can be big as shit in it? So you telling me that girl, man, that couldn't get in that Uber, she's healthy? Are you serious? Huh? You not saying that, is you? And you a doctor? Nigga, from where?
Medicine. And unfortunately, even the actual medical industry reproduces these ideas. This is false. The whole idea about obesity relies on something known as body mass index, or BMI. And this was invented by an astronomer. Now, how is it possible that an astronomer who was not in any way remotely concerned about health outcomes has invented a tool that we have decided to use for health outcomes? The whole thing is preposterous, but here we are.
I don't know about all that, but I do know that fat black women went around in a good.
When I train, I don't give a fuck about no BMI. I don't care about the weight scale. I told them we know by the mirror test, by the body fat test. No, I don't care about what the scales say. I remember one time, I had a client. She was losing a lot of weight, but the scale didn't change. She's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" I said, "You're good. We're good. You're packing on a lot of muscle there, loved one. You're good. You're good. Have you seen them clothes? Ain't you in the smaller size? Yeah, you're good." Quit paying attention to the weight scale, weighing yourself 15 times a day, and just go ahead and just live the lifestyle and let it else go. When I said I wanted to get leaner, I don't look at the scale. I just go ahead and make the changes, and then I just don't think about it. I just practice the lifestyle that I want to live. And then I ended up being leaner. Then I'm motherfucking like, damn, you done leaned out. Yeah, I know. But I didn't think about it. I just went with it and just adjusted.
Days.
Yeah, they were. Mm-hmm.
And they, Miss Shule lived to be 100 or something. Miss Evelyn, 90. Miss May, 120.
Big Mama Thornton.
What?
Big Mama Thornton existed when you were growing up. No, there were fat black women. You trying to do me? I've been knowing about that.
Not in Alabama.
There were plenty of fat black women everywhere.
Where? Like where? Not when I was growing up.
Okay, I don't know where you were growing up, how there was no fat people, but fat people have always existed.
Well, I'm sure fat people
You're not
have always
saying they didn't.
existed.
Well, at least
but my point is that fat black women didn't come from racism. And fat black women have not, there have always been fat women, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. But they were like thinking it was good to be fat. They were.
I didn't say that racism invented fat black women. I never said
you
that.
said slavery did or something, right?
No, I said that race science suggested that there was a connection between fatness and blackness because they wanted to continue to find ways to denigrate black people. So they switched it up. Previously, white people enjoyed fleshy women. fleshy women across race, fleshy white women too. And then as they were trying to figure out
Where at?
additional rationales to keep Black people enslaved, they were like, nah, they got an appetite issue.
context to
They eat too
everything.
much. So that's when white people changed the standard and suggested that fatness was wrong because it was connected to Blackness.
Well, that's not weird, because when I was growing up, Black people knew the standard that fat wasn't good. And no white person told them that. They knew fat wasn't healthy. As we know today that fat is not healthy.
We don't know that. And when you say fat, what do you mean?
Fat.
Fat.
You realize that when there's a variety of different weights, so that a person could be considered a small fat, right, to
a small fat.
A super fat. So for you, any amount of fat on the body is wrong?
No,
stupid.
You know fat when you see it.
But this is not medicine at all. That's like, you can't be like, nah, I know fat when I see it. No, that's not right.
But you do know fat when you see it, right?
That's exactly what I'm countering. No.
You don't know fat when you see it.
You don't know
what
fat.
I know is that there's a variety of different fat
I can see
people.
you walking down the road, or you at some event, and I can see you walking through the event, and you see fat women over there. You're thinking, oh, those are...
So I want to ask her, why does she want to be thin? If it doesn't matter, why you don't eat the way you want to eat, you'll still be healthy, right? I want her to ask. I want him to ask that question. I know you probably didn't, but why are you not big as shit? If you still can be healthy, why are you thin?
Fat women over there. You may not say it, but you recognize a fat woman when you see her.
I'm not saying I've never seen fat people.
I rest my case.
Fat people exist.
I rest my case.
How is that your case?
We know fat when we see it.
But that's different from assuming that any type of person that you identify as fat is unhealthy. That's wrong.
No, a fat.
If you got a little extra on, you not fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I gotta like put up hella pictures of? Oh man, bitch! If you built like Jordan Davis from the Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Carter from the Philadelphia Eagles, you fat. Bitch, if you built like Vince Wilfork, bitch, if you built like Eric Williams. Bitch, if you built like Sean Rogers. Bitch, if you built like Zion Williamson. Then we talking, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially from a female. Because you really shouldn't be having all that weight on you.
Person is not a healthy person.
That's why I've been asking you, what do you mean when you say that?
They have high blood pressure.
None of
they
this
have
is
some type of heart
verifiable.
disease. They have some type of medical issue.
Okay, we may as well.
Their
leave this
legs
alone.
are swollen.
No, none of this is right.
They can barely walk.
Incorrect.
No, what you're saying is incorrect. You read. Nobody give a fuck about what you read. You out here reading peer review articles and shit, bitch. About weight. Man, just accept the fact. Why you not big as shit then? If that's the case, if it's cool, if you can still be healthy, y'all tell my G. But if it was possible for me to be healthy and eat what I want, nigga, I will call a round table pizza up right now, nigga. Hella greasy, nigga. What you mean? If I can eat what I want and still be healthy, nigga, I'm calling up round table, nigga. I'm gonna be at the buffet lines, nigga. I'm going to that damn Korean barbecue, nigga. My brother keep inviting me to, nigga. Then I keep declining, nigga. Boy, I'm gonna sit over there and pop open some hot Cheetos, nigga. Fuck you mean? I ain't had that shit in years. Nigga, I'm gonna get me some Rice Krispie treats, nigga. Chocolate cake. I'm gonna eat all that. If you telling me I can eat what I want and be that goddamn big and still be healthy. Now, I wouldn't give a damn about what nobody say. But I understand that my chances are better. My life, my quality of life will be better if I'm healthy. And ever since I chose to be healthy, my quality of life, my thinking has all improved. Everything has improved by me choosing to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? All this equality that she talking, you're not. Like I said, and even when she's sitting over there, man, and talking her shit, I know she don't believe it. It's just something to go ahead and get her to go viral, to get her to be in that position to be interviewed because it's different and how she's. You know, some of these people don't really believe in what they say that they believe in, but because they know that it'll get some pushback, they claim it anyway. She don't believe none of that because she had no evidence to support it. You gonna know if somebody believe in what they truly believe in because they gonna show you about all the time and effort that they put into it to sit over there and believe. Just like I believe in health. Nigga, somebody tell me about being unhealthy, don't matter. Nigga, I'm gonna come to you with all type of stuff. Not only my own thoughts, I'm gonna come to you with proof to show you that I believe in what I believe in. If you can't prove it, it don't mean, you know what I'm saying? When you tell a motherfucker, man, you put in this work, you feel me, it's going to pay off in the end. You know that by experience, by seeing others do it, by putting in this work, it's going to always pay off in the end. If you put in the right work, there's such thing as doing the wrong work. There's such thing as not being efficient and wasting your time. But if you put in the right work, it's going to pay off. That BZ, she don't believe nothing in what she say. I honestly believe that was just for her to come on the show and get some exposure for whatever she was trying to do. I know she don't believe in what she say. I know she don't. You know what I'm saying? She was just talking. She had no supporting evidence, no nothing. You know, you could try to defend it and try to talk about what they like, and man, that's cool. There's some black people that like some big old people. So what? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we can all say, if we look at the biggest person in the room that's morbidly obese, and we looked at somebody with some good amount of weight that took care of herself, more likely 9 times out of 10, if not a little bit more, it's going to be favored into the lady that took care of herself the correct way. That's just what it is. You could try to go against it, speak against it. It don't matter. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. But yeah, man, hey, man, that's my time for the day, man. Until the next time, y'all. We gone, man.